Are we ready on this?
Yeah, so
Cool.
transitioning.
Yeah. So this is Jesse Leach from Killswitch Engage. It's a video he posted on his personal YouTube channel yesterday,
Hmm.
and I think he hits a lot of nails on the head with this
Yeah.
personally.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Hello, my friends. Here again, checking in with you. I hope that you had nice holidays and a fun new year despite the interesting situation we are going through in our country or in your country, depending on where you live. I've been thinking a lot lately about adaptation. You know, when you're presented with a situation that you have no control over, how do you navigate it? And I'm reminded of this river that I live near. Since I've lived here, this river has changed courses many times. After a good rain or after a snow melt, this river will go into that forest and carve a different path and find a way to get through the trees, the rocks, the hills, the valleys. It always finds its way. And I feel like life is kind of like that, You're presented with a situation where there's certain things you can control, the way you see things, the way you think about things. And then there's certain things that you can't control, like the spread of a virus, the spread of fear, all these things that affect us now in society. How do we navigate them? Do you lay down and die and get depressed? Yeah, some of us do. Or do you go through that and come out on the other side and dust yourself up and get back on your feet and figure out how you move forward? How do you survive this? And we all have that power. We all have that ability. I know it's been hard for me. My main source of income, the thing that I love, the thing that keeps me alive and makes me feel alive, I can't do it right now. I'm blessed enough to be able to do what I've done in the past, but I can't sit and just wish it back because we don't know when that's coming back. I don't know when that's coming back. So I hit a point where I had to just say to myself, okay, now what? What do I do now? So I guess that's my suggestion or my thought of the day is, how do you deal with this situation? How do you deal with having to change the way you see things? Having to change the way that you make a living or stay sane? I know live music, for example, again, not just as a performer, but I used to love going to shows. I used to love being in a room full of people and feeling that energy, feeling that vibe. And not having that has affected my mental. And it's affected me financially. But you have to learn how to survive. You have to learn how to adapt. And you have to learn how to be strong and to tap into that inner warrior that we all have from our ancestors. Survival. How do you do it? So as this year, as we, ease into this year or slam into this year, depending on how it's working out for you, consider that, and also, like I said on my last video that I put up on here, on my IG stories and YouTube, have conversations. I know it's hard with the mask and social distancing and all these things that we're going through, but we're arguing way too much. There's way too much division.
This is what we were talking about, isn't it?
This virus, about the state of the world, about, a vaccine, about control. And people, can't have differences of opinion and have a discussion, it seems like. It seems like you either believe one thing and you're on that side, or you believe one thing and you're on that side. For me personally, I'm in the middle. I have beliefs and thoughts on both sides of the spectrum here. And I'm questioning things and I'm researching things and I'm not swallowing what I'm told or what somebody tells me to think. And I think there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of swallowing the information and regurgitating what you've been told without the research, without common sense too.
Bloody
like
Facebook.
Just think about some of the things that are going on. Checks and balances. The power of contemplation, thinking, and discussion. Because some people have changed my mind on certain things from having a respectful discussion. I think that's also part of adaptation, is being willing to change your point of view, change your mind, change your opinion, and grow. There's way too much of this, I think this and that's it, period. You're either black and you're white, when there's a ton of gray. There are shades of gray on so many different levels with what's going on right now. So it's nuances, it's adaptation, it's survival, and it's staying positive. As hard as that is, and trust me, I have my days where this is hard. It's really hard. But I'm pushing through and I'm finding new ways. And for me, that's, you know, I have a radio show now on Station Head on Sundays. It's little, it's fun. It's not going to change the world, but I'm turning people on to new music. And that to me is awesome. I'm sharing something that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a friend of mine and I are going to be doing a podcast, and I'm very stoked about that. I got Cameo going on, which has helped pay the bills. It's been awesome. And I'm able to send personalized videos to fans, and it's changed me. It's really helped boost my morale. It's helped me see that there are ways to survive. There are ways to get through this, to be creative, to share, and to communicate. So I'm working on it, man. I'm not perfect. I have my bad days. I just have these moments where I feel the need to come on here and share this, because I'm finding new ways of growing. I'm finding new ways of adapting. And I'm excited about the things that I'm doing. I never thought my life would turn into this. You know, if you would have asked me a year ago, you know, when I was on tour doing my thing and living that life, I would have never guessed this is where I would be. But I've been able to find peace with it. And I've been able to find happiness amidst the insanity. And I hope you have too. And if nothing else, I really hope this hopefully will help you a little bit to stay strong, to stay positive, because the power that we have within our minds can move mountains. It can change your life. So there it is, from me to you. I hope it helps. And I hope it finds you in good spirits, or in better spirits than yesterday. Grab life by the balls, as my dad used to say when I was younger. And don't let the bastards drag you down. And talk to others, have discussions, be open-minded, stay alert, think for yourself. And don't swallow bullshit, because there's a lot of bullshit out there right now, from all angles. Use your power of discernment, use your power of survival. All right, everybody, stay metal. Check me out on all my social media platforms,
there you go,
Twitter,
pretty much.
Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for the longer stuff. I got a lot of stuff in the
let him
works.
plug his stuff.
It's just a slow
Yeah, of
process
course.
as I'm learning to adapt. Teaching an old dog new tricks, but I'm here, I'm willing, I'm doing it, and I'm staying strong. Hope the same for you. Peace.
Sweet.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I mean, he just hits every nail on the head that is to be hit. I feel.
I think so. Like, I've always felt like that. I used to be the kind of person. In some retrospects, I just take someone's word and then that would be it. You know, that would be the side. But now I'm just like, I can think for myself. I can make judgments for myself. And like, even in the case of friendships, you know, just because I'm friends with one person and that person doesn't like someone else doesn't mean I have to dislike that person as well. That's not the way it goes. You know, that's between them. That's just like one example among many that I've seen. But you know,
cool. Anita, so this is Jesse Leach from Killswitch Engage. It's his personal YouTube channel. So if you just type in Jesse Leach Adaptation and Growth, you should be able to find it. Or but I'll pop it in the. I think I've put it in my Discord. I could be wrong, but we'll both share it in both our Discords. How about that?
Yeah.
Just in case anyone wants to share this around. But I just think, I don't know, he should be like, I've always loved his music, like Times and Grace and Killswitch, but he's also just so profound with what he says sometimes, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
especially about discernment and about not like, you know, like making your own decisions and being kind of open, but also questioning some aspects of it. You know?
I think it helps in life to be have a proactive mindset rather than the reactive one, because he was on about the river changing courses and stuff, and you know, you can decide what to do when you get to a point by preparing for it sooner. Think like Batman, you know, he's the one.
Yeah,
he's the one without the superpowers, but he's the one that can. He made a plan
the
to be able
coolest
to.
He's definitely the coolest DC hero.
Have you seen the Justice League where he has like a plan to defeat every single.
Kevin Conroy. There's like some video on YouTube where it's Kevin Conroy voicing Batman, and he's like, "File 243."
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and it's
Krypton.
Krypton.
It's so cool. It's the coolest video ever. He has a backup plan for all of the superheroes in case they turn rogue,
including himself as well. Like
including himself,
which is Batman's human. That's it. That's all you need to know. He's human, and you have to surprise Batman if you can, which is not possible a lot of the time because Batman always has a plan for everything. I remember watching a death battle on Batman, and it was Batman versus Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was the only one who was able to get the drop on him because of his spider sense. You can pretty much sense Batman's plans. Yeah. But anyway,
there we go. I mean, sorry that video was a bit long, but I just feel like it really connected with me when I watched it yesterday.
Long but needed, I think.
And we've both seen Killswitch Engage live together, and you could tell, Jesse's a man who wears his heart on his sleeve, and he doesn't. He wants to reach out to certain people, and it's just like I love the guy, and I love videos like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So feel free to share that about if you so wish, because I've certainly shared it on a bunch of my socials.
Yeah, closing thoughts. I need to share more stuff on my Discord anyway, like my Spotify playlists, and I probably will because I know in 2020 there was that whole copyright thing. So I mean, I made a video about music that you could not necessarily get away with, but music that you has the green light for being able to be shared, like UNFC labeled music, stuff like that. So I can share a playlist and anybody can use that, and it's got some well-known bands on there like Architects and that sort of stuff.
I need to add my albums of the year to your playlist. By the way, I noticed you made it like a co-op playlist on Spotify, but I'll put all my songs on there as well.
In your own time, man. Like it's just
definitely.
But absolutely.
Steph says #intelligence is sexy. There we go.
Oh, Steph, don't you? You're gonna make me blush.
He's the brain. He's the brain out of Pinky and the Brain. I'm Pinky. I know nothing. Simi, he is a really cool. He does seem like a really cool dude. I mean, our very own Tom Da Silva from the Predetermined podcast, who we all know and love. He interviewed him and Adam backstage at I think it was the Brixton show we went to just before we all saw
it was, I think.
Yeah, and he said they were both really cool dudes, and I'd really want to have a conversation with him.
Adam just seems like a massive party animal on stage.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
I just love the fact that you have the kind of Adam's yang to Jesse's yin.
I just remember seeing that when Jesse came back to the band, and they had like a show in Rock Am Ring, and said, "You German girls ain't half bad either. Which one of you wants to shit on my balls later?" And it just. They were doing Rose of Sharon after that, and Jesse just couldn't. He tried to keep it together. He's like, "This is Rose of Sharon."
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh my god!
But yeah, there you go. So that's pretty much. I'd say a good wrap up to our resolutions talk. Anyway,